Kitchen sink time. Right, let's have a go at the seat, shall we? Oh, you, stop being naughty. Right, yeah, I've given it a wipe over with the old cloth, just a bit of soap, that's all. Now these, where in that burger's in? These staples are all rusty. Yes, I know they're under, you don't see them and all that, but I know that they're rusty, and rust equals failure at some point in the future. So I'm going to actually daub some rust protectant on there and then finish it off with a little bit of black using my eyeliner pencil. No, I'm not. Yes, some people will say it's a bit anal doing that. Oh, there's a rude word, isn't it? Let's change that to Alan. Let's use the old anagram. So every time I say Alan, now you know exactly what I'm saying. Yes, I am being a bit Alan about it, but once it's done, and it's not going to get any worse, is it? Okay, I mean, it's been that way now for 38 years, but hey ho. So yeah, I'll also paint these brackets in situ, give them a bit of a rub down. Now for the front, auto glim. You see how long I've had this for? 20 years. Okay, yes, there is a little bit left in there, so I'm going to use that on the top. Let's turn it over. I'm going to use my trusty wife's toothbrush. I'm going to daub that in there, and then I'm going to get right in the grooves. So this is a situation what it looks like now, and then I'll show you when I finish. The side panels and the tail piece are all nicely polished up. I'm not going to worry about the scratches, it's history, isn't it? Right, I'm going to pause it there and crack on. Okay. Dough balls actually. Well, I can thoroughly recommend that Auto Glim vinyl and rubber care. It is done amazing. When do you know something is clean? Well, when dirt starts coming off onto your cloth. And look at the amount of gunk come off of this seat. That's the A side, and there's the B side. It's a long play, this one. Look at that, it just kept coming off, doing the same piece again. Coming off, coming off, coming off. Now that is a whole lot slipperier. Slight dab of the brakes over the handlebars, whoosh, straight, no problem. So there we have it. That is a jolly clean seat. I don't think it's ever been that clean before. But there we are. Thoroughly recommend that. Good stuff. Well, there you go. Bit of elbow grease. Probably 3/4 of an hour I've been on that. And there we go. Right, carry on. Okay, and Speedo's apart. It has some very old spiders in it, 38-year-old spiders. Looks like a tarantula. But there we go. Spooky. Some of the screws were quite tough. The thing is, at the end of the day, they've been in there, like I say, 38 years. So anything, when trying to do anything like this, I'm not teaching you guys how to suck eggs, the ones that know. If you're just starting out restoring bikes, do it up very slightly first, and then it cracks that seal, then you undo it. If you just try and undo it, you'll round the heads off. And a decent JIS screwdriver will not go astray. Okay, so looking at this, it's spiderific, isn't it? Not too bad at all. It's just grime, stuff that's built up over the years. Nothing that can't be sorted. What's that there? Looks like an air valve. Yes, it is, isn't it? No, it's not. It's where an additional lamp would have been. Right, Cusblosh. Here are the clocks. A little bit on the rusty side, but nothing that can't be remedied. So there we go. There's the tachometer. Super duper. Not bad at all, is it? Groovy. So that's good. Nice clean face on it, which is extremely good. Now, never put one of these down face down. Now, how does that odometer come out? I wonder if I have to unscrew in the end of there. No. It might be threaded one way, so it can only, when you do it the other way, it unscrews this off the shaft. I don't know. I'm just going to have a bit of a play with it. Ooh, missus, sounds a bit rude. No, that has to come out of there first. Okay, I won't fanny around with it just yet. Let's have a closer look at this. Crikey, look at these spiders. Someone's knocking on the door. No one's ringing the bell because it doesn't work. Alright, groovy. Okay, leave it there. I've got some cleaning to do. Oh, hang on. Wiring loom. Is that Securical on my wages?
Mine.
Okay. It's Securical. Oh, I'm too funny. I am absolutely too funny. Well, yeah, that's good. Look at the contacts on that. And then that's Honda quality, isn't it? Not a sign of any greenery in there. The lamps are pretty good. Obviously, I'll test them all. I noticed a couple were a little bit on the black side. That's just got a cobweb bogey on it, but that one's gone a bit dark. So I might source a couple of new ones. I'm not going to go down the LED route. I prefer the natural glow of a filament bulb. Are you with me, guys? Especially, you know, you put LEDs in there, and when you get it on high beam and that, all you can see is blue light in front of you. Possibly, not that I know. Right, enough waffling. We try and get that off of that shaft there, and boobs your uncle. Right, here we have what's left of the wheels. Basically scrap, tyres are scrap, rims are scrap. Might use them spokes again, eh? What do you reckon? So looking inside the shed of spaciousness. Just put the lights on so I can see what we're doing. Here are the hubs, proper ganky, but they're salvageable. There's nothing really structurally wrong with them, so yeah, I might take them to a friend of mine and get them aqua blasted, because I don't fancy doing them. Right, we're delving into the boxes now, getting things out and open. This has been cleaned up in the parts cleaner just before it broke. Tripped all the power out. Bugger. So there we go. So I'm going to be diving into other bits. Someone did mention there's a handlebars. Forks, yes, I have forks. Here are the forks. They are not bad, a bit crusty, but they're not bad at all. A little bit of rust there. I'm going to see what I can do with those bits. Okay, dinner's ready. Right, better get in and get myself stuffed. Right, another beautiful morning. We are open, although the sign doesn't say so. I must get that turned on. Right, what we're looking at. We are looking at doing bits today. Headlights. Just needs a darn good scrub, doesn't it? And I'm going to get some Ultrasol. Other products are available on that chrome. The top doesn't look too bad. The sides don't look too bad. It's the bottom that's a little bit past it. I think my Astonish might be able to do something with that. We'll see. So I'll split that, get the plastic in the plastic box and the chromey bit in the polish box. Stand. Just need to remove that 10mm bolt, and I need to do something with that patina. Get that spring off of there. I have a little box of springs. Nut end just needs to go in the parts cleaner, doesn't it? So, but I have no parts cleaner. It is gone. It is outside in the recycling. It broke it. I bought some what I thought was parts cleaning fluid. Okay, spent 30 quid on this stuff, 4 thingies of it. Poured it in neat, and basically it's not parts cleaning stuff. They fibbed. It is a not caustic as such, but it's aggressive, very concentrated, sort of like slab cleaner stuff, plus parts. You know, what parts? Rubbish. So anyhow, it's ruined the seals on the pump on the old parts cleaner, which I've had for years. It was donated again, as usual stuff, but it's done its day, hasn't it? You can't get spare parts for it. So I've ordered a new parts cleaner, a nice shiny red one. That's going to be here in a couple of days with some proper gunk parts cleaner. What a muppet. You think I'd know by now, wouldn't you? Anyway, so that's that. So that will be going in the parts cleaner along with this tray of parts, just to tidy it up. And the really bad parts, that needs to go in the parts cleaner first, and then it goes in the vinegar along with these parts. Now I need to just strip these down, these rear foot pegs, simple jobby. Undo the cotter pin, take that out of there, or split pin, whatever you want to call it. Take the pin out there, and this rubber slides off of this shaft, so that rubber can go nice and safe. Look at the quality of that. It's so good, isn't it? After all these years, it's absolutely unused. So all the rest of this metal will go in the vinegar bath, and then will be meticulously sealed and painted and ready to go. Another couple of parts. This is all the vinegar bath tray there. So I'm just going through the boxes, separating the chaff from the wheat and getting things organised. This carburetor, I am not going to ultrasonic clean it. Hooray, I hear you cry. Simply because I've done quite a few carbs in the past, and the ones I've done by hand have come out better than the ones I've done in the ultrasonic cleaner. It tends to have an effect on the alloy, whereas if I just get a little bath of petrol, which I have, and give that a good scrub as is, just externally, I'm going to see what happens there. I'm going to take the rubber off, obviously, little clamp there, take that off of there. I'm just going to give it a light petrol bath in its own juices and see how it fares. I don't really want to mess around with that too much. Right, here we have the regulator rectifier and the coil. I mean, that nut and bolt there, that will go in the vinegar bath. That one won't, that will go in the parts cleaner. It's that Allen, if you know what I mean. But you have to be thorough, because then when you put it back together, you know that everything's going to work, with these connectors especially. That's lovely. That's not too bad at all. A little bit of Vaseline in there, that'll be fine. Oh, Vaseline. Back to the wall, lads. I did notice this one on the ignition. This plug is a bit skanky. See that orange peg? Orangey, greeny, snotty stuff. So I will get a tiny micro flat bladed screwdriver and push the little tabs down and push those 4 back out this way, and I will clean those. And I have got terminal cleaner, believe it or not. Let's see if I can find it quickly. Come on, Mr. Wolfie, out the way. Let me do this morning. Where is my terminal cleaner? There it is. Concentrated cleaning fluid. It's specifically for bits of brass and copper and stuff like that. It's watchmaker's cleaner. So yes, I am being very Allen about it, aren't I? But once that's done and all put back together, this part will go in the parts washer, toothbrushed. So that will look like that effectively when it's finished. And I know when I poke him back together into the loom, I won't have any electrical problems. If I was just to do that with that, something might not work. What's this looking like? That's not bad. I'll put some graphite oil down through there, which feeds the barrel. That terminal there is looking a tiny bit crusty. I'll get a little bit of Autosol on the end of a toothbrush. Yes, I know it's a bit meticulous, but that's how I do things, and that's why the devil's in the detail, isn't it? If you cross every T and dot every I, you can't go wrong. Parts cleaner, that's screaming out for. Sadly, there was a bit coming out of there that had, you know, it was the other half or the other part of the end of the speedo cable. Where are you? There. You see, that was on the speedo drive, and that snapped. So that's completely made that whole cable useless. Anyway, I've ordered a new cable. It was a tenner, that's all. So that's en route. I'm having trouble finding exhaust pipes. If I can't find exhaust pipes, I will have to black them. Now, because the bike is pretty much predominantly black anyway, I didn't want to do that. But because they're original pipes, and they're actually not in bad fettle underneath, they're okay. It's just that the chrome is completely shot on one of them, isn't it? So I might black it and just see what's going on. Trick is never to throw anything away. You're doing a project, you strip the bike down. If you find a bit that's broken or past its sell-by date, do not throw it away. Stick it to one side in a bucket or a box, label it, photograph it. Just make sure you don't throw anything away. I've made the mistake a couple of times in the past, and I don't throw anything away until the job's finished. Because it may be that you may have to even 3D print that object. Get someone to do that for you. Or you may have to fabricate it out of something else, and you've got the measurements there because the broken part is still there. Okay, top tip, don't throw anything away. Okay, so rear hub, that is going to go. I'm going to strip these seals out. Funny enough, the bearing's seized. It will not turn, absolutely will not turn at all in there. It is absolutely rock solid seized. So all that lot's coming out. Top tip for getting your bearings out. That part rotates, doesn't it? Nope, see, that's absolutely rock seized as well. Absolutely. So bearings are shot on the rear wheel. Top tip for getting bearings out. Where are they? They're in here somewhere. Oh shit. Sugar, I mean. Come on, where are you? Trumpets. No, see, where I've got a new shed, everything's different and in different places. Must be in here. It's got to be in here. Because that's where I put all my special stuff. Ah, here it is, my lovely. It's just simply an anchor bolt. I've got various sizes in there, like that one and that one. Generally 20mm. You can get away with a 15. Anyway, you just slot that in there. I've done a video on this before. You slot that in there. See, I need the smaller size. That bit goes inside. And you clamp that, and you do that up, and it opens, splays this bit open. And then from the other side, you can really smack that. As you can see, I've used this many times before. And the bearing just goes bloop. No fannying around with screwdrivers at angles. Forget all that old nonsense. So there. So I'm going to completely strip that hub. And I can't do too much here with fluids because of the rubber in there. I don't want to contaminate that rubber whatsoever. Apparently these bushes, A, are a bitch to get out, and B, are obsolete. So I really want to be careful with those. What I might do in actual fact is remove the nuts, and I might put a bead of clean that out with some not washing up liquid, because old washing up liquid used to eat rubber, didn't it, around car windows. I might seal that round with some silicone, so that's completely sealed, and then I can parts cleaner it and get it off to the Aqua guys, if I can find somebody that does that. Now, guys, this circlip that came off, it didn't come off in one piece, sadly. It was rusted in there. It's in a million pieces. And guess what? I've thrown it in the bin. I need to get it back out of there. Just reminded myself. Where do I get one of those from? Do I have to go to Mr. Honda-san for that circlip? Any ideas, please? Post it down below. Stick it on a postcard. whatever. Right, that's that so far. Shocks. I'm not going to throw the towel in straight away, but if I do anything with these, I'm going to have to paint the insides of that and stuff. And as these are gas and oil filled, yes people, gas and oil, yeah, it's a specialist thing, isn't it? So I really can't do a lot with them, to be fair. Anyway, Mr. Andy Cousins, I'm going to have a go at zinc plating. I'm going to have a go on those. So, yeah, watch this space and see what happens. That is going in the parts cleaner, and then it's going to go on my sanding wheel, and then it will go for a lick of paint. Right, and then the loom's under there. Can't wait to get and have a look at that. Anyway, it's enough waffling. Oh, back brake rod isn't in the best condition, but it's understandable. That looks a little bit on the bent side to me, doesn't it, you? So I'm going to see what I can do with that. Apply a little bit of heat and put it between two blocks of wood and just roll it and hammer, roll and hammer, see what I can do with that. Then run me threader, me tap down it, or me die down it, wherever that's gone. Oh, I've got my new shed, I can't find anything. Oh yes, forks. I was asked about the forks. Let's have a look at the forks. A little bit of you know, bogies and cobwebs and things. But generally, yeehaw, it's not too bad. Daisy Duke. Whoa. Now these bits aren't looking fantastic, to be fair, but a bit of tin foil up and down there might just do something with that. If it's okay in this area, which is the suspension trowel, if I can get that looking spot on, I might just bung a couple of gaiters on there and go from there. What's this top bolt like? Yeah, that might have to go into the vinegar bath as well. So there's nothing, I mean, the seal looks absolutely fantastic, apart from the cracks. I'm only joking, there's no cracks on it. Right, that's Uno. Let's have a look at Mr. Duke. Oh, this one looks a little bit more scabberoonie, isn't it, that one? Yeah. A bigger bit of corrosion there. I'm going to see what I can do with that with my magic box of fluids. Ooh, fluids. Right. Enough of the smut, Mr. Eads. This one, this leg is better cosmetically, but the top part's worse. Now I know that these are a little bit expensive, but for this bike they're not too expensive, so I don't know what's going to happen there. Let me see what I can do with that. I mean, it's got to be sealable, isn't it? You can't, oh look at that, you can't not have a seal there, otherwise this is going to fail in there and oil's going to come out and it's going to fail the MOT, which you don't need in a couple of years. What else we got here hidden in the mists of time? Oh, front mudguard. We haven't had a look at the front mudguard yet. We'll pop that in there. Do you know, this reminds me of the CD175, didn't it, you? God dear. But nothing, again, nothing that can't be done. The beauty is it's plastic with the steel frame, with the steel arch. That is completely skanky, but it's usable. I just need to drill out rivet by the look of it. Is that the only rivet holding it on? Can't be, surely. Yeah, it is. Drill that rivet out, and that frame, that should come away from the plastic, shouldn't it? I mean, the plastic itself, okay, it's a little bit faded on the old stickerage side, but nothing a bit of. I've got some detailing tape. Nothing I can't do with that. It's just colour matching it, isn't it, really, at the end of the day. We've got a bit of cable wearage on there. So the thing is, this paint, oh, it's black, it's metallic. So 50 Shades of Black, isn't it? A little bit of wear on the bottom there. Yeah, get that off of there. Separate them two parts. Vinegar bath that thing, certainly. I might even electrolyte some of this really heavy bad stuff. It depends how I feel. Right, what else is there to show you? Not a lot at the moment. We'll leave this video there. It's gone on far too long. I've got so much to do. There's the frame. Looking beautiful, isn't it? And there's the old stinky exhausts. And there's the 3 cables, 2 of which are usable, 1 isn't. Okay, we'll leave it there. I think I'm going to wrap this video up just now. There's a good 20 minutes or so, isn't there? So, next time you see me, you'll be up there on a stand watching me do stuff, and hopefully I will learn how to speed up a video. So I'm going to time-lapse it. No, not time-lapse. I'm going to record the whole thing and then speed it up ×2, so I'll look like Benny Hill running around like an idiot. That'll be fun. Right, okay guys, cheers for looking, and I will see you in episode 3. Giggity, giggity, goo. I better turn the jukebox down, don't I? YouTube won't like it. One last thing before I go. Things I'm having problems getting hold of. Spokes. Where on earth can I get those Honda spokes from? Because they're sort of fat and then they go thin, don't they? Off the hub. The insides have that angle, and the outside spokes have they're 90 degrees. The rear are 160mm long, the front are 190mm long. Okay, so that's the information I've managed to drag out of bits of stump that I've got left. No, not that stump, the other stumps. So, right, spokes. Where can I get replacement spokes from? Preferably new. I've seen some on sale, and they're like 5 or 6 quid a piece, and there's 36 a wheel. Come on, that's not good. So it's way over my budget. I need to find somewhere that does it reasonably better. Okay, don't forget the competition. Get your guesses in, those of you that haven't so far, for the amount of hourage it's going to take to do this job to finish, and you win the Stig money box. Whoa, look, you're drooling, aren't you? You're drooling at the bit. That will be yours if you get nearest to the hourage. A lot of you guys have done it already. Thank you very much. Get your guesses in, and I'm making note of everybody's name and the hours they put meticulously. I'm being very on about the whole thing. Anyway, shut your face, Edie, and get on with your work.